Hello and welcome to another update video about gold. Gold futures, unfortunately in an unchanged pattern, just moving sideways. No strong, let's say no strong upside indication yet, even though I think there's a good chance we're close to a low. This is a sideways consolidation in what I believe is a bullish structure. And next we should be moving up in either a wave 5 of C of a larger third wave, or in case the structure is a little bit different, then this here is a B wave correction in the larger third wave. And the C wave, which in the white count already started down here in February, actually only will start next. Yeah. But I mean, yeah, there isn't really anything clearly impulsive about that, leaving us really, yeah, with a lot of messy structures. So it is, for example, possible. Let's talk about the different options here. And I can tell you, unfortunately, I think there are 3 patterns we want to look at. And that never really gives us a lot of confidence in the short term. If there are 2, that's fine. We have 2 scenarios with a pivot in between. But if you have 3, it's a bit more difficult. Anyway, that's the situation. I'm not making the markets. The idea is in the white count that a third wave topped here on the 14th of April. And a fourth wave bottomed here on the 3rd of May at around 2,286 USD. It is possible that the 5th wave to the upside here is already unfolding, but then most likely in an A, B, C structure. And it is important that we don't break below the yellow line. So 2,285, okay? That really needs to hold. So that's the clear invalidation point for a scenario in which we are already in the 5th wave. It would basically be the white count, because the B wave in this context really shouldn't break below the low of the 4th wave. Okay, so this would be the white count, A, B, C. Okay, and that's possible because the initial rally, I mean, it looks corrective, so I can easily label that as an A wave. A waves can be 5 wave movements or 3 wave movements. For me, that's rather a 3 wave move, but easily possible for an A wave. The correction is a B wave, okay? Looks very corrective, lots of overlapping price action. And then the move up would be a C wave, which should be a 5 wave move. I don't have enough confidence in this small tiny move here to already say this is the start of the C wave, even though it's possible. Now that's one option. Okay, that's one option. I could also say that the B wave already bottomed. I could easily say that, but then basically the microstructure is the same. Okay, well, it's actually not the same, but it would eventually go higher, but the invalidation point is the same. So maybe it's not that complex. Okay, so we can say we could focus directly on higher against that 2,286 level or 85 level. But the thing is, a deeper B wave pullback is definitely still likely and possible. Yeah, it's still possible. The problem I have with this chart is that this here is a double bottom, and I think the previous one was a little bit lower. So that is where the next problem comes in, right? Because I could say, okay, that's where we take it one step further, assuming either the B wave already bottomed or the 4th wave bottomed, then, okay, did we actually already finish this pullback here? And is this already the start of the next move up, or do we get another low? See, it's getting very messy. I think we can say that as long as we're holding the yellow line, the focus could be on higher, but it's not, we don't have any evidence that it's already starting to move up, right? Any break below the yellow line at 2,285, 2,286 will just mean that we are going a little bit lower in wave Y of B. Wouldn't be a problem. There's still plenty of space, especially if this is the yellow B wave. It could use the entire yellow box, which it doesn't need to. So we'll take it level by level. If we draw the microstructure here, so if I say, okay, this is a WXY structure in wave B, then even the Y wave could be a W X, Y, which is then getting very, 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 very messy, which is why in previous videos I haven't really labeled the micro. And then we can say, okay, if wave Y of Y is unfolding, then A, B, and maybe this is now the C wave. But that's just so messy. I mean, I know a lot of you want to see the micro count, but there isn't anything clearly, very reliable. It could have bottomed, absolutely. So what are we watching for? We're watching for the first 5-wave move up to give us an indication, and the next 3-wave pullback forming a higher low. Let's see if we actually have something that resembles a 5-wave move up. And yes, something that looks a little bit like a 5-wave move, right? So this is a little bit too small. It is not, not reliable on a scale like that, but why not follow it and track it? What would that mean? It would mean that this could be the first move up. Yeah. Let's not, worry about, okay, which of these larger degree scenarios it is. We can identify a 5-wave move up. Okay. So what does that mean? That means this low is now an invalidation point. It's at 2,305 USD. Very clear invalidation point. So that means we can draw, first of all, a standard support zone in case we now get an A, B, C pullback. And then this could be a 1-2 setup. It could also be an A-B structure. That's not so important. For now, looking at just this scale, we need to see if the market can hold a higher low above the 26th of June low. And ideally, it would hold within the orange box, or, well, at least not break below 2,314, right? So that's sort of what I'm watching next, probably important for next week. These are the parameters. Because if this is a 5-wave move up, the 3-wave move down should follow. It's an unreliable scale here. It's very small. And a break below 2,314 will be the first indication to highlight that this will break. And then a break below the 26th of June low will be the confirmation. And then we have the yellow line again as support. I hope that helps. At least it gives you the parameters. I would also pay attention to the upside breakout trend line there, the red one. Any break above the red trend line, which has 3 touch points. Yeah, I know it's not entirely clear because I don't like that this is cutting through here. So a bit subjective of how this can be drawn. But still, more or less 3 touch points, a bit subjective. But anyway, I think it could be a relevant trend line. So any break could be a signal that we've started the move. But overall, still a bullish scenario. That's the update about gold. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in daily updates about the S&P 500, as well as regular updates about stocks, feel free to check out our stocks and S&P 500 service. You'll find the link in the description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.